Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our episode. So this is just a continuation on the self-realization or self-help. So today we're going to look at the karma yoga. We said that there are four major parts. So today we're going to touch on the karma yoga. First of all, we're going to look at the key concepts of karma yoga or selfless service. The second one will be on the practice of karma yoga. So I'm going to give you the practice one by one. Then the third point, it will be based on the benefits of karma yoga. Then the fourth point, it will be based on the karma yoga in your daily life. So I'll take you step by step through. Then after that, I'm going to give a quick summary at the end, just as usually do in all the episodes, really, to sum up what we learn in each video. So are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? The previous video, the latest video, was based on self-realization. So I said there are four major paths to self-realization. The other one is like the karma yoga. So we say the first one was jnana yoga, which is all about the self-inquiry. The concept which was made famous by Maharishi. Maharishi is like the Hindu guru from Hindu. There's a guru from India. So then we have Raja Yoga, which is all about the mentalism or the mental side, like trying to use your intellect. Then after that, we have karma yoga, which I'm going to do the video today. It is based on the selfless service, doing service for others. Then after that, we have bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga is simply based on devotion. You don't depend on the intellect or your physical strength. You simply depend on the God himself, devoting yourself on the God. So leaving yourself really in the hands of God, letting God take full control of your life. Those are like the four major paths in the case of yoga. So after that, we said in the case of yoga or the case of karma, it's all about every cause has an effect and every effect has a cause. So when we say about karma, people usually think it's all about bad things. Whatever you do to others, you're going to reap the same thing. So you reap whatever you sow. Whatever goes around comes around. There's a concept of karma yoga or karma in the case of karma. What they say, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, according to Isaac Newton as well. So in the case of yoga, it's all about attaining liberty through practicality. So in the case of karma or yoga, it's all about practicality. So you're trying to attain liberty really through practicality. Instead of just meditation, sitting, closing your eyes, in the case of yoga, it's all about practicality. So that is what you have to understand. The case of yoga. So we the fourth point, like focus on the act. So in the case of karma yoga, because it is based on the selfless service or acts, it's all about taking actions which are going to make other people happy as well, or doing for the sake of God. Like doing, you're not doing for in the case of gain or profit. You just focus on the act itself, purifying the heart, including the mind. So whatever action you're doing for others, you're going to purify your mind and heart as well, the heart and mind. So in that case, you're going to reduce the ego or detach yourself by putting the ambitions to death. So in the case of detachment, you try to put the ambition to death. Your mind is not focused in the past or the future events. So that's all about detachment, really trying to live in the present moment, the now moment. Be present and be still. So are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let's begin our video or episode on the karma yoga, which is selfless service. I'm going to give benefits and the practical examples as well. So introduction to karma yoga. So karma yoga, or the yoga of action, because it's based on selfless services. So it's one of the four classical paths of the yoga outlined in the Hindu philosophy. So we said we have jnana yoga, we have raja yoga, we have karma yoga and bhakti yoga. So karma yoga is one of the classical paths of the yoga outlined in the Hindu philosophy. So there's like the Eastern philosophy. So it emphasizes self-service and performing one's duties without attachment. In the case of attachments, we're simply talking about the worldly attachments to the outcome. You're not attaching the service to the outcome. You're not thinking about the benefit or the gains at the end. That's all about the concept really of the karma yoga. So the main principle of karma yoga is that through selfless work, an individual can attain spiritual growth and liberty. In the case of liberty, you want to remove everything really, liberty on all the levels, be on the physical level, on the mental level, on the spiritual level as well. It's not only liberty like physically, maybe some chains, invisible chains in the case of colonization or the case of slavery. You might be mentally slaved, really. even though there's no physical chains. Some people are still mentally slaves. In the case of, if you think about there's no more slavery in Africa, but we still have like the colonial really, and the superpowers in that thing. So known as a moksha. So in the case of a spiritual growth and liberty, or the all levels, that is known as moksha. In the case of India, moksha. So it is about offering one's actions as a service to the divine or the greater good. So you take all your actions, you leave them to God or the divine, or you do all your actions for the greater good. In the case of greater good, it's all about humanity really, trying to help humanity, putting the people before the individual, the we before the I. Before the self, you put the we, the whole people, the greater good, the humanity, before yourself or the I, really. So without any desire for personal gain or recognition. So there's no desire for personal gain, there's no desire to be known or recognition, really. So Karma Yoga teaches that by focusing on the act itself and relinquishing or removing attachments to the results, individual can purify their hearts, reduce the ego as well, and ultimately align themselves with the higher spiritual values. That's all the purpose of Karma Yoga. So in the case of Karma Yoga, you want to relinquish yourself, to remove yourself from attachments to the results. In that case, you're going to purify your heart, remove the ego as well, reduce the ego, the self. And in that case, you're going to align yourself with the spiritual values or the cosmic consciousness. The cosmos, in the case of cosmic, it's all about universal mind, really, to become one with the divine, one with God himself. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at the first point, which is the key concepts of Karma Yoga. The first key concept is like the selfless service, which is known as seva, S-E-V-A, seva. So actions are performed with the intentions of serving others and the divine, rather than seeking personal benefits. So in that case, you want to serve others and the divine as well, which can be misunderstood as a servitude, since in the case of God, there's no matter if there's case of servitude, going beyond the service itself. So in that case, you're not only seeking for personal gains or personal benefits. The second key concept is detachment from results. In the case of results, whatever people are doing, they'll ask, what is the benefit for me in this case? So whatever people are doing, there has to be some kind of benefit. If there's no benefit, maybe if it is a team, everyone will start running away from that team. They'll simply go to a place where they can gain some kind of benefits. But in the case of Karma Yoga, you want to do everything. You want to volunteer, even though you don't have to think about the end or the benefit or the future, the bright future which you always promise about. In the case of Karma Yoga, you want to detach from the results itself. You just have to enjoy the thing, really, the action or the service which you're doing, without caring about the results or the benefits at the end. It doesn't matter if it will be too much or little, whatever will come, you'll be ready to take it. It's all about detachment from results. So the practitioner of Karma Yoga acts without concern for rewards or recognition, focusing solely, like only on the duty at hand, solely at the duty at hand. So simply focus on whatever you're doing, the present moment, without the mind becoming worried about the future rewards or the benefits. So the third key concept is purification of the ego, or trying to reduce the ego, really, the false I am. So by serving selflessly, the ego is diminished, like leading to humility or humbleness, in this case, becoming humble or humbleness, and a greater spiritual connection. In that case, your spiritual connection is going to expand as well. You're going to elevate yourself spiritually. So the fourth key concepts of Karma Yoga is alignment with the Dharma. In the case of Dharma, it's like duty, which is D-H-A-R-M-A, Dharma. So Karma Yoga encourages individuals to fulfill their duty or Dharma, whether that be in their profession, family, or the society. The case of society is all about the community, your culture as well, like blending other people in the same community without selfish motives. There's all about alignment with the Dharma, focusing on the duty, really. You can be a professional, family, or society without selfish motives. So the second point is based on the practice of Karma Yoga. So the first practice is like performing daily actions as a service. like performing all your daily services, really, or actions. You're turning all your daily actions into services to others or the divine or God Himself, the Creator. So every action, whether large or small, is viewed as an opportunity for selfless service. This could include like work-related tasks, household chores, or helping others in need, like charity in that case, or volunteering. So the focus on the focus is performing these actions with full attention and dedication, but without expectation or personal gain. In the case like of expectation, you are being told a bright future, think about the bright future, think about the benefits, about the gain. In this case, you're doing all of these actions with attention and dedication. So you can dedicate it to God, you can dedicate it just for selfless service. You said just helping the humanity for the greater good, and just doing this for the greater good to help the whole humanity, everyone in the society or in your community. So the second one, the practice of Karma Yoga, is mindfulness in service. You have to be present in your service. You have to be, in the case of mindfulness, it's all about self-awareness, being aware of whatever you're doing, not just doing it for the sake of doing. You have to be mindfulness. You have to be mindful. So practitioners of Karma Yoga are mindful of their motivations. In the case of motivations, can be the intentions. Then your intentions have to be pure in the first place. Even if it is cooking, your intentions have to be pure. You have to think good. In that case, you have to cook the food with love, and the people eat it as well. The love will be transmitted to them as well. So yoga, if you are the practitioner of Karma Yoga, you have to be mindful of your motivations or intentions and try to act from a place of compassion. The case of compassion is all about love, the heart side, the emotions, and altruism, really. In the case of altruism, is like self-sacrifice, self-denial, or selfless service anyway. Like they cultivate a mindset of giving rather than receiving. In the case of giving, God is always the one who gives. So whatever comes down, if we follow the laws of gravity, whatever falls down, the earth is always pulling things down. If you throw something up, it will still come down. So in that case, whatever God gives up, it does not take up again. So in the case of humans, we are like receivers. God is the bestower, is the one who keep giving. So in that case, whatever we are like the vessels, really. Whatever we ask for, God keep filling our vessels. He can give at maybe gradually, instead of giving all at once. He can give you little by little, according to the person or according to the capacity, if you are ready to receive the blessings of God. That's what people say. In your case as well, you can start giving gradually, little by little, instead of giving all at once. So that is like one of the key concepts as well, if you want to become generous. So letting go as well, like the thorough practice of Karma Yoga, is letting go of the outcome. In the case of outcome, it's all about the results, really. What is going to happen after this? People keep thinking about the outcome, the future, try to predict the future. So in the Karma Yoga, one detaches from the results of their actions. Try to detach yourself from all your actions, the results, the achievements at the end. So success or failure, praise or criticism, none of this should alter the practitioner's commitment to service. So whether it is success or failure, whether it is praise or being criticized, you don't even think about the outcome. It doesn't matter whatever will come to you, you are ready to accept it as a practitioner of Karma Yoga. So the emphasis here, in this case, the emphasis is on doing one is best without being concerned about how the results will unfold or how the results are going to unfold at the end. So in that case, you want to have your mind at peace without thinking about the results, without thinking about the bright future. So it doesn't matter if it is to be successful, whether it will be failure, whether it will be praise or criticism or pleasure or pain. In that case, you're ready to take everything as it is, because you're doing all your actions with mindfulness, with awareness. So in that case, you're putting all your effort. Whatever will come, you are ready to accept it. Whatever the universe decide, you are ready to take it. In that case, it is like believing in pre-incarnation, or in the case of predestination. In that case, it's like predestination or destination. The case of predestination is like everything has been destined. Whatever the result is, you're ready to accept it. Whether it be small or big, you're ready to accept it. So the fourth practice of Karma Yoga, and the last one, is like seeking the divine in all. Seeking God in everything that which you do, or seeing God in everything that which you do. So the Karma Yoga also involves recognizing the divine in the people and situations one serves. You recognize that God is present in every human being, every living thing, be it humans, animals or plants, even people, even humans. Man is an animal. In that case, man belongs in the animal kingdom. So when you understand that if all the living things have got a soul or spirit inside, you understand that the divine is present in all of us, be it in the heart or the mind. People are still trying to locate the location of the soul. So in that case, by seeing all beings as manifestations of the divine or God or the Creator, the practitioner treats every action as an offering to the higher power. In the case of offering, it can be like a prayer. Every action which you do, you treat it as an offering or a prayer to the higher power. And the higher power is like God himself. That's what most of the people in the Sufism usually practice as well. Sufism is like the branch of Islam. So in the case of Islam, we have like the Sunnah sector, we have the Sufi sector and the Shia sector. Sufism is like the spiritual side of Islam. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the third point, the benefits of karma yoga. What are the benefits of karma yoga? Why people have to do it? What they are gaining at the end of the day? Or once you master, what are the benefits you're going to reap? Even though we're trying to move from the benefits, from the reward, from the gains. But everything that we do, like the realized desire, always bring another desire, and continuously, like the realized desire bring another desire, and so on and so forth, so on continuously. So the benefits of karma yoga, because we're doing everything with a purpose, or everything with mindfulness, with awareness, there have to be some kind of benefit. The reward, if you believe in God, the reward is to go to heaven, seeing God himself, being one with God, like in the case of meditation. Try to blend yourself with the divine, or the cosmic consciousness, or universal mind, universal energy, or universal power. So the first benefit is like inner peace. So once you master karma yoga, you're going to have inner peace or eternal peace. So by focusing on actions rather than the outcomes, karma yoga reduces stress and the anxiety. So the constant worry about the results and rewards diminishes, leaving behind a peaceful state of mind. In that case, you have achieved eternal peace of mind at the end. The second benefit is ego dissolution. In the case of dissolution, it can be like saturation or trying to break up the ego, trying to reduce it really. So regular practice of selfless services helps dissolve or break up the ego and sense of self-importance. In this case, you don't see the world revolving around you. You see yourself as a part of community. You see yourself as a giver instead of trying to receive all the time. In the case of friendship implies give and take. If you don't know that friendship implies give and take, then you're not worthy to be my friend. That's one of my quotes. So this leads to a greater humility and compassion towards others. In the case of compassion, it's all about emotions. In the case of all about love, sharing is caring. So the third benefit is better relationships. Like we saw in the first video, in the case of self-realization, once you become attractive, once you become magnetic, you want to have a good relationship with others, with the other community. So better relationships, like practicing karma yoga, improves the relationship by encouraging kindness, empathy as well, putting yourself in the shoes of others, and the spirit of giving without expecting anything in return. In the case of giving, like they trying to imitate the Creator, God himself, God usually invest in us without expecting anything in return. So God gives us without any interest rates or asking for any interest in return. The case of interest is like the money on the top. What have you borrowed? You have to pay with the interest. What if the bank does? So in the case of God, it gives without expecting anything in return. You have to try to imitate God as well, trying to become godly like the divine. So this creates harmony in both the personal and professional relationships as well. In this case, you're going to improve yourself personally and at work as well. Professional, in the case of profession, is like work related or work task related, workplace related. The fourth benefit is spiritual growth, trying to elevate yourself spiritually. So karma yoga purifies the mind and hearts. In the case of your minds, it's all about your thoughts, having pure thoughts, and the heart is all about your emotions really. Instead of swinging from sad, happy, sad, from past and future, past, future, you transmute really, you transcend below like above the swing. The swing to the right is equal to the swing to the left, like in the case of pendulum swing. You're going above the endless swings really. So enabling the practitioner to grow spiritually and come closer to understanding their true nature beyond the ego and the material world. In the case of material world, is you want to go beyond the egocentric identification, trying to go beyond the false I am, false I am, really, self-identification. The fifth benefit and the last one is like the sense of purpose. You're going to achieve a sense of purpose, knowing your purpose in life. So by aligning actions with a higher purpose, in the case of higher purpose, like divine power or God himself, the creator, practitioner of Karma Yoga feels more fulfilled and purposeful in their lives as well. When you leave all your actions to God or the greater good, or to other people as well, serving them and God himself, when you dedicate all your actions to God, you're going to have a feeling of fulfillment, really. You're going to feel fulfilled and purposeful in your life or daily life. So the fourth point, ladies and gentlemen, is based on the Karma Yoga in your daily lives. How can you apply it now, like it's step by step in your daily life? Practicality. It's all about practicality. Instead of leaving you with the uncompleted instructions, I have to give you like the full instructions. So the first one is helping others without expecting anything in return. This main concept of your Karma Yoga. Helping others without expecting anything in return. Become like a bestower instead of a receiver. So whether it is volunteering like at shelter, helping a colleague at work, or supporting a family member, the essence of Karma Yoga lies in doing these acts purely for the benefits of others, putting the others first before the I, the community before the individual. The second part of the Karma Yoga in your daily life is like dedicating your work to a higher purpose or divine power or God himself. Whatever your profession, try to perform your job with a mindset of service. Whatever your profession, try to perform your task with the mindset of service. Like for example, a teacher may see their work or duty as not just educating students, but helping shape the future of the society. Like value over price, instead of keep crying for more price, like getting more salary, like seeing the value really in the future. They're really helping to shape the future of the society or the community. The third one is like household choirs, and as a service, what if you're doing inside a household or you have a small household, you see it as a service. Even mundane tasks like cleaning, cooking, or like taking care of your children can be seen as acts of Karma Yoga when done without seeking recognition or keep asking for thanks or to be giving thanks all the time. The fourth one is like charitable giving, in the case of charities, or like helping the needy, helping others, those who have less than yourself, like donating money or time. Your time as well is valuable. They say time is money. So donating money or time to a cause that helps others without expecting praise or acknowledgement or recognition is a powerful example of Karma Yoga as well. The fifth one and the last one is like practicing patience and compassion. The case of compassion is said as like the side of the heart, the emotions, being love as well, like dealing with difficult situations or people with patience, kindness as well, without personal resentment. In the case of resentment, it's like trying to take revenge for anyone, which is a form of Karma Yoga as well. In the case of Karma Yoga, it's like whatever goes around, comes around. You're going to reap whatever you sow. In this case, if you sow good seeds, you're going to reap good seeds at the end as well. So this helps reduce anger and ego-driven reactions as well. In that case, you don't want to react to all the actions as well. You don't want to you want to remove all the anger. Whatever you're being asked to do, you are ready to do it. But you have to understand whatever service you're doing, you have to dedicate it to the greater good. You have to dedicate it to the divine one, higher power. So what can you say, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion about the Karma Yoga selfless service? Can you do it really? Or it can be easily confused with instead of service. In this case, many people can confuse it with servitude, doing things for others, becoming more like a slave in the case of servitude. So in summary, ladies and gentlemen, about the Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga is an accessible and transformative or dynamic practice that encourages the individual to act with selflessness, putting others before yourself, the community before the individual. With selflessness, compassion, it's all about love, the heart side, and emotions, and detachment from results. You try to detach yourself from the future, the bright future. They keep saying bright future. Bright future, we say tomorrow never comes. Today is like a Friday, tomorrow like Saturday, but tomorrow, once we reach Saturday, we still call it today. So by serving, in this case, can be like servitude, serving others and performing duties without selfish motives. Practitioners purify their hearts and minds. In the case of hearts and minds, it's all about your thoughts and emotions. You want to have pure thoughts and pure emotions. leading to a deeper spiritual understanding and inner peace, eternal peace as well. The benefits of Karma Yoga are both practical and profound, improving relationships as well, reducing stress, which is one of them, the second one, attributes, and creating a sense of fulfillment and purpose in your daily life. So ultimately, it helps individuals to live a life of service, like progressing on the path, while progressing on the path toward spiritual liberation. In the case of spiritual liberation, we said it is both physically, mentally, and spiritually, because we have like the physical realm, the mental realm, which is like the side of your mind, and then the spiritual realm, really, which is unseen or invisible with the eyes, the naked eyes. So in the case of the last video, self-realization, it was all about, we said the moon is like, the sun is like electrical, the moon is magnetic, the mind also is electrical, the heart is magnetic. So the sun is more masculine, the moon feminine, the mind is more masculine, the heart is feminine, like the love side. So it's all like trying to put the electricity with the magnet. You have like EM, electromagnetic. So in the case of electromagnetic fields, that's all about really the light itself. Electromagnetic, that's like the power, the creation power. In the case of electromagnetic, it's all about the 7 colors. Like we have white, one color is white, one monochromatic light. White light, in the case of white light, is monochromatic. Monochromatic simply means one source of light. In the case of white color, you have like 7 divides into 7 colors, like electromagnetic spectrum. So you have like the raw EGB, which is red, like different spectrums, really, red, orange, yellow. The heart is green, so this is why I'm wearing green shirt as well, which is associated with the heart chakra. Then the 5th one is like the blue, which is the throat chakra. Then after that we have like the indigo, which is the throat chakra with the 6th sense. Then the violet is like the crown chakra. So as usual, ladies and gentlemen, you can go on you have to go on my YouTube channel. I've got the business plan workbook, I've got the financial and the financial and the economics as well videos, and the investment for beginners. And as usual, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget this video will go on the same playlist on the self-realization. Since I'm simply talking on the 4 major paths of yoga, I can actually create another playlist just for the 4 major paths of yogas. We say we have jnana yoga, we have raja yoga, which is all about mentalism. The jnana yoga is like the self-inquiry, keep asking who am I. Then the raja yoga is all about mentalism, like being rational, really, or intellectual side, on the mental side. Then we have karma yoga, selfless service. Then we have bhakti yoga on devotion. It doesn't matter if you are illiterate or illiterate, you can still devote yourself, bring yourself to God and still become one with the divine. So as usual, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and keep sharing the videos to reach more people. So have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. See you again on the next episode. Ciao.